Hey my Squidlings, Katie here, and I hope you're having a squidlicious day today. So, for today's video, we are getting a style challenge. On my last challenge video, I put up a poll on the screen and allowed you guys to vote on what the next challenge is going to be, and style challenge won by a ton. So, I'm going to do that again. I'm going to put a poll on the screen right on the top right, and you can click that, vote in the poll for the next challenge, and I can't wait to see what you guys pick. I decided to do 8 different styles, including my own, of course, so it's my own style plus 7 others, and the other styles, you guys should guess what they are in the comments down below before you actually know what they are. I think it'd be a fun little game to play, just to see if you can maybe tell what it's supposed to be, so I will not put the names of what the style is until the very end of it. So this first style that you see here is my style, and you will actually see in the next box that I paint, this box is actually different because I ended up redoing it. I felt the first style one just didn't really represent my style as a whole, so I ended up redoing it. But you know, this one is the one I ended up going with just because I felt it fit my style more. So all of these are of my character Raisha. She is a vampire and she is very much pale and corpse looking, so she is shaded in some very colorful tones. And I thought she would be pretty like easy and recognizable across all the styles, at least to me. Not gonna lie though, drawing those braids in every single one of these style things was really annoying, but oh well. So I decided to do this style in particular just because I felt like it was a good hybrid between my digital style and my traditional style. It's got the semi-realism and stuff of my digital style, but it's also got like the line work and stuff of my traditional style. So I thought it was a good mashup of all of my styles. Also, I did line it in brown, but I ended up going over the lines with black just because I did all the other line arts in this with black, and I just felt like it, I don't know, it went better together with all of that. So here is my next style, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. If you want to guess, please do so in the comments. This is something that is near and dear to my heart. This is what got me into drawing for the most part, and I will give you a hint. It was my first anime. And I don't know, it's just something that's near and dear to my heart, so I just kind of had to do this style, and I think it worked really well. If the hair doesn't give it away, then I'd be surprised, but this, I don't know, this one was really fun, and you can also see that other style over there, and I don't know, I just felt like it didn't represent the art that I currently do. I don't know, it's weird looking, so that's why I ended up changing it. Also, the style that I'm working in now doesn't really have much shading, so it was really easy. If you guessed the Inuyasha style, you are correct. So this next style is a little bit more girly, a little bit more soft, I guess, and it's something that has been inspiring me since I was a kid. I don't really actively work in a cutesy, like pretty style, at least I don't think I do, but it was fun to kind of see what I could do with this, and this particular style, it encompasses so many different elements. So I had a hard time trying to figure out what eye style and stuff to do for this style, but overall I thought I did a relatively decent job. I'm still not sure if you can tell what it is, but the nice thing about this too is that there's hardly any shading. I added a little bit just because it looked really plain as a flat color, but all in all it really didn't have that much shading, so this one was easy too, but I really like this one, and I think Raisha looks very weird as a very girly looking character. I don't know, she's very much not a girly character. If you guessed the Disney style, you were correct. So this next one, I'd be surprised if you couldn't guess what this is. This is something that I really like the characters in this person's style, and I really like the stories that this person tells. Plus, I really just wanted to work in this style. So, I don't know, it was really fun to make Raisha look very gaunt and bony, just because she is vampire, so she's technically quote-unquote dead. And it was fun to work in a more desaturated tone. Of course, you can't tell that it's desaturated until the end of this, but it was just fun to work in this style because it's different and it's not super pretty, I guess, and it's kind of creepy, and that's what I loved about it. It was really fun just to have fun, I guess. And then I used the hue saturation tool to kind of desaturate everything, and if you guessed the Tim Burton style, you were correct. This one, again, is another one I'd be surprised if you couldn't get. This is something that is recently near and dear to my heart, especially because it features my favorite animal. And I just love the characters in this. They're super cute, they're definitely fresh, and I think Raisha just works so well in this style. She's so angry and I just love it. I try to keep the same facial expression throughout the whole thing, just making her a cranky little baby, and that's exactly what she is. She's a very grumpy little bean. But I don't know, I had a lot of fun with this, and Style Challenge is something that everybody should do. I support that. You should do it. If you haven't done the Style Challenge, do it. It's fun. It pushes you to do things that you normally don't. So with this, I also used the wrong skin tone color, so I had to use hue and saturation to change it. And then I did these little dot things and little shines just to make them look extra shiny. And if you guessed Splatoon style, you are right. Now, this is actually from my favorite anime. So, Inuyasha style was not my favorite anime. It was my first, but believe it or not, it's not my favorite, even though I really do love it. This one is another, like, 90s anime. I'll give you that hint. But it is not, I don't know. I don't really see much about it. It's not a super popular one. And I think I did the style justice. However, looking at it now, it feels just like every other 90s anime style. But the hair in this was really weird because in every picture I even looked at, all their hairs were like spiky in some way, shape, or form, and I thought it looked really weird. It makes her look wild. I don't know, but this one was fun, especially because it is of my favorite anime, and it's the Yu Yu Hakusho style. So this is a style that is recently become one of my favorites in the whole world, and it's definitely inspired my current style, if you can't tell. And this is a series that is very close to my heart. This is one of my favorite series ever, and I was introduced to it by a friend, and I immediately lost my whole life to this series for a number of weeks and months, and I don't know, I just love it, and this style was so much fun to work in. I've never really found an excuse to draw in this style until now, and I'm glad I did. It actually kind of helped me, I don't know how to explain it, it helped me figure out my style a little more, just because I am heavily inspired by it, and I just think all their anime people look good, and it was fun to work in the blendy styles mixed with a little bit of cel-shaded and the huge eyes. I do end up changing this at the very end. I put her head a little further down, like her bangs, and her eyes, I did make them a little smaller just because I felt like they were humongous. But all in all, I'm really happy with this, and I think it turned out really cute. If you guessed Persona, you were correct. And this last one is something that's been a favorite of mine since, well, childhood, since I could hold a Game Boy. And the style has changed many times over the years, but this is the most current style that I could find. And I love the way that they do braids in this particular series. I think it's really cool. They're just little hearts that don't quite connect, and I think that's really cute. And she just looks so angry in this picture. This style had minimal shading, it didn't take too long, but we're nearing the end of all the styles, and if you guessed the Pokemon style, you were correct for this last one. So here is a look at all the different styles, and I encourage you to do your own style challenge. If you aren't already a part of our cute little squid pod, definitely hit the subscribe button and the little bell next to it to keep notified on all of my videos. I'm only going to be doing 2 videos a week from now on, so keep in mind. So until next time guys, toodaloo!